Have you been recently laid off, or there are talks in your company that there's about to be a massive layoff? You're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips to help you overcome this layoff situation that you're in now. And we want to focus on not just tactics in your job search or next steps, but focus on you, because your mental health in this area of being part of a layoff is the number one thing to keep in mind. Forget about all the external factors and focus on you, because your mental health is number one when you're going through this layoff. I'm Rita Baroody, career success coach, recruiter, and LinkedIn's top recruiting voice. And when I've helped professionals who have been laid off from Google, from Microsoft, from other huge companies, as well as smaller companies that you may have never heard of, we always focus on ensuring that we are continuously staying physically active, that we're not falling into the trap of depression and anxiety. It's okay to feel these, but it's also important that you force yourself to do some physical activities, to even still think through the items that you're grateful for. This is definitely super, super important, because we want to protect your mental health. When your mental health is protected, then you can take action steps to find a better job faster. So that is number one. I'm going to give you some other tactics, of course, given I can definitely tell you what I've seen be successful in recruiting and hiring. And I want to definitely mention some of those in this video, but I want you to commit. If you can get yourself to commit at least 10 minutes a day walking outside or speaking to someone that's highly positive, optimistic about life, just so they can share that energy with you to help you get through this phase of getting laid off, that's super, super important. I know this is a stressful time for you, and you might not know the exact steps to take to land an even better opportunity faster. And that's exactly why I put together a free guide that walks you through the exact steps that you need to take to land the right job faster, so you don't have as much stress and anxiety. I'm going to give that to you directly. Comment, give me the guide, and I'll send you a direct link to grab it. Even having a gratitude journal. During this time, it's so hard to be grateful, but if you could shift your mind to being grateful for at least one or two things a day, that can really, really help you get through this phase of getting laid off. Let's go through 4 tips that can help set you up for success, even if you've been laid off, to find an even better opportunity. Tip number 1, ask for recommendations. Those that you've worked with, those that you may have reported into, or possibly those that were even beneath you, or maybe you manage someone. Ask them for a written recommendation. The reason behind this is, as a recruiter myself, whenever I make an introduction to a candidate like yourself and there's a gap in the resume, automatically there's a bias that's being created. And we want to remove the bias and ensure that this company knows that you did not get laid off because of performance. It was because of criteria, factors outside of your control. So in order to gain that confidence of the hiring company that it was not performance related, you're going to be proactive and present your recommendations. It's okay if you only have 1 or 2, as long as you have at least one that you could share when you do share your resume, or when someone reaches out. Again, you want to close the gap of this bias that could exist, because now there's a gap in your resume, a gap in your experience. And basically what we're doing is we're eliminating the elephant in the room. We don't want that elephant anywhere near us. We want it far away, and that's why we're going to have this letter of recommendation from someone that we have worked closely with. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. I will be posting a video every week to help you with your career and also land a great opportunity. Tip number 2, if you've recently been laid off or think you're about to get laid off, ensure that you are proactively asking HR for a severance package. They might not always be proactive themselves, so you want to be proactive and ask if there is a severance package, You want to do some research on Google as to what the average severance package looks like in your industry, if they are offering anywhere from 4 weeks all the way up to 12 months. So make sure you're always asking for that. Tip number 3, ensure that you are registering for unemployment. When you're laid off and you have some time to yourself to navigate your job search, get your mental health right, you want to ensure that there's some income coming in. And governmental agencies could have a backlog of paperwork that they're going through. So make sure that you take this action step pretty quickly to set you up for success for those funds to start flowing in. Make sure that you're doing some research as to the state that you reside or the area of the world that you reside to make sure you just know the details, what they really need. You don't want a delay in the process. So just make sure to do that research and even ask around someone that you know in your community. They may have been affected by a layoff too. Getting some best practices from them if they've already been there, they went through the process. It's great to hear from others that have done this unemployment process that can help you with your application. And tip number 4, if you've been laid off from your job or about to get laid off, first I want to ask you a question. Would you like to be found for your next job opportunity instead of applying to thousands or hundreds of jobs? If you would like to be found, ensure that you take this action step, and that is optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So recruiters, hiring managers, hiring authorities in general can actually find you. And I'll give you a little bit of insider knowledge. As a recruiter myself and working with multiple hiring companies, I know that they leverage, and I leverage at my company, a tool called Recruiter, in which allows the recruiters to search for great talent like you for an open job. But in order to find you, your LinkedIn profile has to be optimized, has to look attractive, has to really pull them in very quickly. I have quite a few videos on my YouTube channel that could help you optimize faster. Feel free to check them out. But that is super important because now you're not even doing as much work. You're attracting the right hiring authorities by taking the right action steps on your LinkedIn profile. Again, I have a lot of videos that you can go through that will help get you there faster. Now, I want you to promise yourself that you're going to work on your mental health first. You're going to have some physical activity on a daily basis. If you skip a day, that's okay. Then you're going to use the tactics, tip 1 to 4, plus remember, I have a guide, a free guide that walks you through the exact steps that you need to take to land an even better opportunity faster. Don't forget to comment, give me the guide. I will send you a direct link to grab it. And if you need to optimize that LinkedIn profile even faster, check out my next video.